good people? Let's talk about it. I know since the last time, I was feeling bad, bro. Like, I had messed around and caught the flu or whatever, so and I hadn't been sick for like over 3 years or so, probably longer than that, really. 'Cause normally I keep my immune system up and everything, so especially like with my elderberry syrup and my sea moss, I normally stay on top of it and everything, try to keep my immune system up and try not to, get sick or nothing like that. But I mean, man, last week was it was very awful for me, and trying to, break the whole situation. I really trying to fight through it and everything, and so, and it was just wasn't that happening, but managed to get through it and everything, and so I just hate the fact that I had to be out of work for like a whole week or so, but it was crazy for me, for real. Like, that was something else that I was just like, man, I don't want to go back through that again, for real. Like, I really don't want to go back through that, But what should we talk about today? It's one subject I think we need to talk about and try to, see what y'all, think about it. Oh yeah, make sure y'all subscribe, like, comment, and also hit that notification bell anytime, y'all want to get any updates, right when I drop videos and this, that, and the third. So make sure, y'all hit the like, comment, subscribe, Something I want to talk about, and I want to get y'all input on it. So please, y'all make sure y'all comment on this, so we can dialogue and have that conversation. Trust and believe, I will read the comments and everything. So, and especially if you comment on it and is on the topic that we talking about and everything. So yes, I'm gonna shout you out and everything on this video and everything. Because what I try to do is try to do part twos of some of the videos that I do drop and everything. And so just so I can read some of those comments and also, try to dialogue back and forth about it, But one of the subjects I want to talk about, is probably, let's go with the sex offender thing. That's like a touchy subject to me, being a victim, being molested at a young age, being a victim of that, is very touchy subject, for me, that's why, I don't too much care for it at all, period. Like, it's kind of annoying, and it kind of, it's kind of like it's a trigger to me, especially when you hear about it, when you see it all on social media, this, that, and the third. So it's like, man, like, when, this shit gonna become a stop. Like, when we're gonna stop this, like, when it gonna come to a certain point that you're gonna make an example of these people that keep constantly doing this, sitting up here taking child innocence and everything, and so, and it's like, man, it don't make any sense to me, and like, when are we gonna fight to change the laws for that? Because is, like I say, this is a touchy subject for me. You know, where you sitting up here, you got people who sitting up here taking a child innocence and messing their whole entire life up because they being molested. You know what I'm saying? And what a lot of people don't realize, especially who I'm talking to right now, is the one who created this stupid ass law of residence and sex offender every year. Like, that got to be the dumbest shit ever. Like, seriously think about that. This person sit up here and took a child innocent, right? Alright, you catch him. He or she, you catch him. You charge him. You give them 3 to 5 years, the most. Then they come out and register as a sex offender every year. Like I said, that is the dumbest shit ever, right? Real dumb, all right? Now, that's that for the suspect. And let's talk about this victim who just went through this, right? The one that went through this situation, you feel me? Now, do you realize what you done to that person? All right? What you did to that person was this. Here it is. That person have to live with that for the rest of their life, knowing that they went through this situation. And they are emotionally hurt. They are mentally traumatized because this happened to them. Now, they got to sit up here and live with the fact that this happened to them. So now when it comes to their parents, depending on what type of parents that they have, they may not get what they need to get over this situation. And a lot of times you can't get over it because, like I said, you mentally traumatized. You're emotionally hurt. You got this feeling of no one loved me. No one cared for me. No one support me. No one to protect me. That is trauma all the way around. Wherever, however you put it, it doesn't matter. It's trauma. And this person has to live with this. And I feel like y'all are not thinking about what they're going through. Now let's just say these are great parents, per se, such as myself, right? Let's go with that for a second. Now this parent doing whatever is possible in order to get this child the help that this child needs. Because this child is hurt and traumatized over this situation, right? Y'all don't realize a lot of time it may not be enough. It may not be enough. These parents can sit up here and go above and beyond, try to get them the help that they need and everything, go spend all this money, try to do whatever, just that and the third. And it might not be enough. It might not be enough for that person. Like I said, we're talking about the victim now and what this victim go through. Alright? Now, this victim in so much pain, so much trauma, to the point where, like I said, feel like nobody loved them. Nobody loved them, nobody supported them, nobody cared for them, nobody there to protect them, none of that, right? Alright. turn back around, that victim is what? And I'm sorry for pausing like this. This is an emotional, subject for me. Like I say, I'm a victim myself, so I know exactly what the victim going through. Because I know how it was for me. It was so traumatizing, feeling like nobody loved me, nobody cared for me, nobody supported me. This, that, and the third. None of that. So it's like, they're accepting any type of relationship that they get in because all they ever known was trauma. Straight trauma. And it's like, man, wow, really? You know what I'm saying? Like, come on now. Like I said, that person is literally like going through it. And, feeling empty. Feeling empty. And don't even know what unconditional love is. Don't know what emotional support is. Don't know anything because they traumatized for what they been through. And then they feel worthless. That's what y'all don't understand. The one who made this fucked up law, y'all understand that person feel worthless. Like they nothing. Nobody don't care for them. And then I know we talking about the parents or whatever, but then, you guys, like I say, you got some parents who would care, who would try to do whatever. But then it just, all around, you got some family that don't care. Oh, you'll be all right. How? How can you say that? They emotionally hurting. They mentally traumatized. Do you realize that? You got the nerve to say, oh, they'll be all right. Really? That's crazy. And that's when that person feel like, that victim feel like they nothing, they worthless. And they settle for bullshit ass relationship. It might be, most likely, if y'all know a person that's going through so much crazy relationship and all this trauma and everything, they probably a victim of being molested. And they probably feel like this is the only thing they deserve. That's it. They don't deserve nothing else other than going through that shit. Like I say, I'm a prime witness to that because that's how I felt. I felt like that for many years. I did not get real love until I met my wife in 2003. And we met off a one-night stand. You feel me? Met off a one-night stand. And we'll go on that subject, that situation another time to know how we met. But I didn't know what unconditional love until I met her. And she was the first person I was able to talk about that situation with. The first person. I never talked about it with nobody. I mean, literally nobody. I kept that brought up in my head for years, many years. Okay, it wasn't until I was 27 years old, and I met my wife, and we wound up, once I started seeing how the way she was and everything, and so, and giving me this unconditional love, something I never experienced before. And to turn back around to get unconditional love now, that was crazy for me. I didn't know how to be about it. You feel me? But I seen how the way she wanted to nurture what I was going through, what I was dealing with, and willing to help me through it all. You know what I'm saying? And to turn back around, I wind up, once I realized, okay, this is a person I can talk to comfortably with no issue, no problem, or whatever. So, and it'll be straight or whatever. So, right, turn back around, all of a sudden, I know I could talk to her about any and everything. And that's when I went up pouring it out to her. And when I did, that's when, you know, she told me about her situation. She been through it as well. I was like, wow. And we just sat there and we talked about that, our incident, what we went through and everything. And so, and we cried and everything. And so, but, man, let me tell y'all, to actually was able to relieve that out of me for so many years, like, that was, it was breathtaking. And then I was able to exhale all that. You know, I was like, wow, man, I got a chance to talk about this, right? So I just feel like residents as a sex offender every year is a bunch of bullshit, honestly. That's what I feel about it, honestly. So I feel like it shouldn't even be that. You know, I feel like, you know, at the end of the day, you should sit behind them bars. You know, you shouldn't let go free. Consider the fact of what you put this person through, not let alone, it's a possibility now. Let's be realistic. It's a possibility that that suspect probably had done plenty of other victims the same way and manipulate them and wind up taking their innocence, this, that, and the third. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, wow, bro, are you serious? You know, and it's crazy, you know. But these are conversations we need to have this talk about. We need to do something about this situation because it's just getting too out of hand. And like I say, get up here and register as a sex offender every year. It's bullshit because I feel like they can get back out here and do whatever again. And as long as they know they can do their little bit of time, get back out and just register every year, they fine with that. You see what I'm saying? But until you make an example out of motherfucker and shit, like real quick before I go, I ain't never forget this shit. And I know some of y'all probably remember some of these documentaries they used to have back in the day called Faces of Death, Traces of Death, all of that shit. They had this one called Execution. So I remember when I got put on to that joint, right? So I got put on that joint, whatever. So I'm watching, you know, this documentary. And they was talking, you know, going through, they was showing a lot of execution that they did, right? I remember seeing this one dude, he's a nephew to his auntie, and he set up here and went in her house and stole her TV. Well, his sentence was to get his hands chopped off. I was like, wow, that's crazy. But I understand it. You feel me? I understand it. I understand it totally. But one of the ones I want to talk about, there was 3 guys that sat up here and raped, I think she was like 10, 11 years old. 10, 11. So I never forget this shit, right? So the sentence was for the family to kill him off. I'm like, what? Let the family kill him off? Oh, I'm with this. I'm with this. Y'all, I was locked in. I was locked in watching like, y'all finna let this go down? So they put the 3 guys up against the wall. So they gave the father, the uncle, and the son. The son was like 15 years old. 15 years old. And let me tell you, they gave all 3 of them AK-47. Y'all, do y'all know they let them shots off in them boys for doing that to their loved one? Then the son, they had to forcibly stop him from shooting. He tried to empty the clip. I'm like, y'all let him go. Let him do what he got to do. You know what I'm saying? He might have saw the Twitch or something. Somebody tried to move or something. Man, look, let him go. Let him go. Y'all, I'm amping the situation up because I'm like, man, this is crazy. Like, this was supposed to happen. You know, now, I know y'all probably like, damn, that's kind of hard to kill a person. I mean, hey, look, at the end of the day, you taking a child innocent like that, and it's involuntary and all this, man, come on, bruh. That's shiesty to me. So, if you got to die, you got to die. I'm sorry, you know. Like Ivan Drago said, if he dies, he dies. That's how I feel about it. Like, real shit, you know, because you did some fucked up shit. You know what I'm saying? That was foul. You feel me? So, I mean, something got to change with the situation. Because it's not right or fair to that victim, and especially to the victim family as well. So, like, we need to step up and make a change for that situation, because something just got to give. Something just got to give, you know. I know I'm in my feelings about this situation. I'm sorry. I apologize to y'all, but I got to speak on it, you know, because this is crazy. You feel me? It's real crazy, you know. It's real crazy. So, wow. Yo, it's real crazy. So, I hope they all right. It's an accident going on right now. Hope they all right, you know, Lord bless them, you know. But yeah, like I said, we got to make a change to this, you know. So, I know I've been on here over 20-something minutes. I'm supposed to do 10 minutes, but, I mean, we on this, so, hey, it is what it is, you know. But, yeah, y'all make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe to my channel. Hit that notification bell. Make sure y'all do that so y'all can get any new videos that I drop or whatever. So, you already know, quote the C4, nevermore.